Hello and welcome to Into Dorkness, Volume 1, Episode 1.
Episode 1.
Once we reboot, it'll be Volume 2, like Episode 1.
Right.
And then, the eventual reboot after that, Volume 3.
Right. Once we change the name of the show into Meat Curtains.
Into Meat Curtains. And
we go for more of a porn
yeah,
theme.
it'd be like, look, what's been around for years and years and years?
That we could start at the beginning and work our way through.
I mean,
Doctor Who?
Yeah, sure.
It's a little gay, bro. we're also more like bros.
Yeah, we also become more bro-ish. Because they're like the cockroaches of humans. They'll survive.
Yeah,
because they're the worst.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's think if cockroaches are the worst.
Oh, absolutely.
And so let's just what's the parallel in humans? It'd be bros. And so after the atomic horror,
the situation will
the situation
will lead the survivors.
We're still around. Pop collars.
Jaeger bombing,
calling people faggots.
Do it, laundry, gym.
That's all that's going to happen. All right, this is Into Dorkness.
That hasn't happened yet.
This is like our podcast phase 2.
Right.
Except we actually pulled the trigger on it, unlike Paramount.
Yeah. If you don't get that, you don't know enough about Star Trek.
Boom.
Boom.
Putting that out there right now. So yeah, we're still gonna talk Trek. We're
gonna talk a lot of Trek.
We're gonna talk a lot of Trek. About half to most of the episode will be devoted to Trek because we only watched. Technically it's 2 episodes.
Right. It was like the pilot movie.
Of Star Trek: The Next Generation, which is
commonly belovedly referred to as.
It's
known as to the commoner.
It's Encounter at Farpoint.
Yes.
But it's an hour and a half long, and so we'll still be watching 3 to 4 episodes a week, just depending on what kind of time we've got.
And I think that it'll allow us to discuss the episodes in better depth rather than sort of which one was this? I got this mixed up with Naked Time.
And also, as opposed to kind of just going through the plot of the episode and making jokes,
right?
We'll actually be able to wax philosophically, philosophically, intellectually, and and metaphysically as well.
Yes, I'm very interested in the metaphysical waxing we'll be doing.
It's gonna be awesome.
Stay tuned.
So yeah, but that'll come later. We've got a new segment that we'll be introducing that we'll introduce later also in the episode.
Right. But
pretty much Into Dorkness is going to be more. It's more of a culture, a lifestyle.
Yes.
Podcast. All things dork, all things nerd, all things
for the nerdly gentleman or gentlewoman.
Exactly for the distinguished nerd.
There you go.
For the distinguished dork
of either sex. Hopefully, I'd say about 50% of our audience, or at least that have reached out to us, are ladies. So.
Yeah, we don't discriminate against the females.
No. We actively seek them.
Yeah. Why not?
Exactly.
They have
meat curtains.
They have meat curtains. They actually absolutely do.
But that's not the only.
That's not why we seek them out.
I just wanted to bring back the joke from earlier.
But
I've been sitting here waiting for an opportunity.
When can I say meat curtains again?
No, they're the other half of humanity. They're more than half of humanity. So we really need their vote for when we finally get nominated for a Webby or
for some kind of podcast award. When we finally start getting respect in the podcast game.
Hey, we've got over 1,000 listens and we're on our way up.
We are. We absolutely are.
I hope this doesn't shatter that. When people are like, Star Trek's not in the name anymore, I'm out.
You know what I've been playing a lot lately?
What?
Perfect Dark.
Which was the spiritual sequel to GoldenEye.
Yes.
On the N64.
On the Pretendo 64, as Sony fanboys would call it.
Really? Oh, because they loved the why did they call it a Pretendo?
Because it was a Pretendo to the throne.
And this is back when PS1 was the shit.
Back when the phony gay station was
reigned supreme.
Yeah. Oh man, AOL message boards. I do not miss you.
I never heard of the phony gay station. I guess I didn't spend enough time on the internet.
All right, it's pretty clever. I'm not gonna
That's
lie.
really good.
Whatever 13-year-old chronic masturbator made up that joke, kudos.
Genius.
Kudos.
If you're listening now, come forth and take credit.
It's like, that was me.
We would like
I've got a wife, a mortgage, and 2 kids. I'm middle management.
but
It's all worth it. It's all worth it, man.
I've got a
Thank
great
you, Into
life.
Dorkness. Thank you.
Thank you for this award. We should do the Into Dorkness Awards
We absolutely should.
after our first year.
So yeah. Well, Microsoft bought Rare back, I guess, when the Xbox came out.
And Rare is the company that made Perfect Dark.
Yeah, that made GoldenEye Perfect Dark. And so they released like Perfect Dark Zero, I think, which might have been a prequel. I don't know. Didn't go over very well, but they redid and re-released Perfect Dark for the Xbox arcade.
So
like
on
the
Xbox
arcade.
Live, you could go buy it for a pittance.
Yeah, like $10. And
That's a good price.
And our good friend John Napick got his Xbox hooked up and got it nice and set up, and so we've been playing online.
Oh, that's nice.
It's been a lot of fun. The last game, well, we were playing against 3 simulants.
Those are computer players.
Computer AI.
Okay.
And we played one particular level that we both knew really well, and so we slaughtered them like animals. They were like animals, and we slaughtered them like animals. And then we played another game and another level that neither of us knew really very well at all, and it was just.
And you were the animals.
We were the Sand people. It was us, and they were the Anakins.
Not just the men, but the women and the children.
I think
too.
we're both. I think I was Joanna Dark, and he was a secretary.
That's a great name for a character, Joanna Dark. Perfect.
It's a perfect name.
Perfect name, Perfect Dark. Nailed it. That's how they did it. They're like, what are we going to call this game? We can't call it like GoldenEye 2.
We can't call it like not GoldenEye 2, but
wink.
Wink. Like,
what if we just called it Golden Wink?
Golden Wink?
Like, come on, Barry. You've been pitching Golden Wink since day 2.
This is like right before they go into production. They're like, look, we
gotta have a name.
We have like this script, and like, we just have to like do like a Control F like for like, insert name here, and then put in the name.
Right.
So I've been doing that. What have you been doing?
I've been playing.
That's what I've been doing in the time since we recorded last, which was
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, which was May 17th.
I have also been playing video games. I played and finished BioShock 2. Did
you play BioShock 1?
I did. Actually, BioShock 1, our friend Conan lent to me like back in 2009, and it was sort of the video game that shook me out of my I only play licensed video games or Nintendo games. So meaning outside of Mario, Zelda, or Star Wars, or like DC or Marvel.
Or any like Lego
version
of that.
Exactly. And Conan lent me that and Dead Space, and he was like, here, you should try these out. And I played BioShock first, and I was like, holy shit, video games are way better than I remember. Like, this is so much, like, to the extent that I can't go back to the Lego games and the licensed games anymore, unless, they're really actually good. I couldn't tell the difference between a bad and a good game until I started playing BioShock. So I bought BioShock 2 like 3 years ago, but for whatever reason, I never got around to playing it. You're yawning.
I am tired. I've been...
Okay.
That wasn't like you're boring me.
But part 2 was great. I think part 1's still better, but part 2 is definitely a great game.
Would you say that they are art?
That's an interesting question
because some dead dudes said that they're not.
All right, and Devin Faraci, who's still alive, also insists they can never be art. That there's art in them, that there's an art to them, but the games themselves are not art because. I don't remember what his argument exactly was, but he caught a lot of flack for that. I don't know. I mean, would you call like Monopoly a work of art?
Man, if you've seen me play it, if you've seen me
the way I
crush my opponents as they as they flip over each one of their properties, having to mortgage each one, hand me each of their dollars, and sweep away all their houses and hotels. It's
a thing of beauty.
It's the thing of beauty.
It's more beautiful than Venus on the Half Shell.
Yeah. So
you know what? Yeah, I'd say video games are art. Why not? I mean, it takes artists. They have scripts. It's a different sort of art. It's an art that creates an individual experience. A good game creates. It's not an identical experience for everybody else.
I mean, look, dude. If fucking some chick in Brooklyn warehouse shoving SpaghettiOs up her cooter can be art.
Yeah, exactly.
Then fucking Resident Evil 4 can be art.
Yes.
Have you seen that video?
Resident Evil 4?
Yeah. No, the video of the chick shoving SpaghettiOs up her cooter.
Is it on RedTube?
No.
Is it on meatcurtains.com? So she's putting SpaghettiOs into meat curtains.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, she's invoking our future title, for sure.
She's like the forerunner.
No, it's fucking crazy.
SpaghettiOs?
Yeah, it's this performance art piece, and it's about like women and just like what she feels like their value in society is, and she like gets naked, or maybe just gets bottomless, and then she opens up a can of SpaghettiOs. And she like dumps it out into like dirt or something. I don't know. And then she like starts fingering herself.
Does she like with the SpaghettiOs?
Yeah.
Like she rubs her hand in it and then.
Yeah. And
how does she keep from like that? Doesn't sound sanitary.
And it's fucking dope because it's in Brooklyn, and so there's someone filming it, and they like pan over to like the audience, and all these like jaded like hipper than thou hipsters
are sitting there
are like. Oh my god! Like, I fucking got you, dude! Fucking got you! Now get on your fucking fixed speed and get the fuck out of here.
You know, if she weren't so busy...
Stop listening to the National.
If she weren't so busy working on a paper right now, I would love to get Becca in on this conversation, because we've been talking a lot lately about, like, what counts as art, because, you know, she's just finished school and she's looking for ways to get more involved in the community outside of a scholastic setting, and it's like, looking at things that are being published in magazines and going like, this counts, you know, and sometimes getting angry about like, this counts?
Yeah.
Now, to me, that would be encouraging because that means the field's wide open, but I don't do what she does. You know, I'm more a writer and podcaster. You know, those are the arts I practition.
And those definitely count as art.
Yeah, those are definitely art. This podcast is, if this is art, if SpaghettiO Cooch is art, this is art.
There's one part, like when she's opening up the can, it's like she has trouble with it, and which I thought was.
Did you get hard watching this?
No.
Okay, good. No. I'm just saying, there's a half-naked woman automatically, like you're like, like before the horror starts, you're like, hey, there's pussy.
Oh, and there's vagina. Cool, dope.
Cool, yeah.
No, there's she's having trouble opening up the can, and which I think was on purpose, kind of, you know, like
part of the act.
Or like you're a woman, you should know how to open, like you should. Oh, I mean, not even like you're a woman, like, you know, like you're an adult, you should know
how to open a can.
Yeah, how to use a can opener.
Right.
Kind of like your preconceptions. I don't know. That's into Dorkness though.
Now,
SpaghettiO Cooters.
Right. Well, I mean, how would you actually define art? Like, what is art? What is true fear?
What is true fear?
What is art?
I don't know.
Like, what phrase can we use to define art? Like, is it anything created by a human being with the express purpose of eliciting an intellectual or emotional response from an audience or another human being? Because in that case, you know, just leaving an upper decker in somebody's house.
Yeah, like, I mean, like anything, like, you know, like a note.
Or is art a way of thinking? Like, I think that's what a lot of artists like the SpaghettiO Cooch lady are trying to do. It's like, it's more about the performance and the reaction and the way of thinking, trying to change the way of thinking or call attention to something, than it is about just painting a picture or writing a book or making, you know, a movie or whatever. I
forgot her name, but there was like this like very famous performance artist, like crazy famous, like, you know, like she's like
she's like
the Michael Jordan of performance arts, and she had this big thing at the MoMA, I think it was, where she would be there for like 8 hours a day, and you could sit there and just stare at